Crikey! You're a frill lizard. What are you doing here?
Whoa.
What does it look like? I'm working, mate. Not all lizards.
That's not possible. Frill lizards are evil. You mean I've been killing people?
G'day.
I'm the cook, and he's the mechanic. Although we sometimes swap jobs. Either way.
That's also
usually up to
questionable.
my elbows
Yeah.
in grease.
I'm not sure how I feel about this. Welcome back to On the Shelf Gaming, the only show on the internet
If you want to
where we have made some really questionable life decisions and possibly exterminated half species that turned out we're mostly just good guys.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, they were engaging in, like, war against us. Of course, we were engaging in war against them, too.
Right.
around the place.
Well, yeah, but then they're chill. I mean, they're just making us burgers
Just push it left or right.
while covered in
to spin the
fucking
camera
grease.
around.
And you can move the camera distance
Yeah, and not burger
by
grease.
pressing up and
Mechanical
down in
grease.
direction
The
away.
tasty kind.
Mate, did you know that you can tailor the camera to your liking? You can change this through the options menu.
They got that feature in already. I remember the 1960 games where a single flustered cameraman on a unicycle covered the whole event.
Uh-huh.
Not gonna lie, I like when games do that.
If you haven't worked it out already, mate, you can use those legs of yours to jump. It's easy, really.
I'm not sure I like these guys.
Just don't worry, this is the last time we'll talk to them. Once we're done with this fucking training course that they want us to do, we never ever need to even come back here, let alone talk to them.
Before you had your ranks, mate, you had a set of pearly white choppers.
Yep. And in
Yeah.
your case, you've got a good set of teeth on you. Just like Starkey, the snub-nosed shark from Strathpine.
Ah, yes, of
You can use them to bite
course.
things. Just press the bite button when you're near crates.
Why do I feel
Bad guys.
like Cleeth here
As luck
would be
would have it,
friends with, like,
we've got some
Shikamaru?
crates right here. Why don't you have a go at biting them?
Because he seems like he'd be really unfun to hang out with. Don't get me wrong, I know people fucking love
Here's a
Shikamaru.
skill that should come
And,
in
like, I
handy.
love
Some of those
Shikamaru
floating thingamajigs.
in a lot of ways.
Right.
Would not want to be pals with
Press the bite
Shikamaru.
button
No.
repeatedly, you can chain your bites together. Just like Billy, the chain-biting Bilby from Boona.
Righto.
Beauty is...
Oh god, his ass is hanging
It's
out.
hard to
Yeah.
reach places. Why
He's
don't you
mechanic
play a
duty
game?
for today, so he's at least wearing pants.
Man, don't you hate it when you're on burger duty and you flip the burger and it turns out it was your own penis just hanging onto the grill?
That's right. You can hold them out and use them to glide across wide gaps.
All you have to do
God,
press
this
the
is
jump
maybe...
button. And when you're in the
I
air,
preferred
press
the
the
first
jump button
game's
again.
tutorial where they stopped us every 30 seconds going through an actual level. Here, you get it done faster, but they just take so much longer to explain how to do everything.
One is especially bad because we've already been on a mission.
Well, look
Right.
here. Some
Yeah, they
water.
call... I mean, granted, we could have done this first,
you
but
wouldn't
we
know
left
what
and
that
did
is
another
once you
thing.
came.
And then they were like, oh, well, now that they've done another thing, we gotta call them back to learn how they did that thing.
And to swim in the water. It's easy, really.
When you're in the drink, press the bite button to dive, then tap...
Actually, I was already taught how to swim.
By like an actual swimming coach.
He's a platypus.
And he's like, oh, those guys are way better swimming than us. We can't even swim. That's why we have to jump across like this, see? Shwee.
Wow, you're really good at jumping. Have you ever thought about, like, I don't know, being a super adventure hero? Yeah, but then who would make burgers and or do mechanical stuff?
Depending on the day.
Dive.
All you have to do is...
I already did that. You watched me do that.
Then press the bite button to do a dive. I reckon you'll take to it like Dave the diving duck from Darwin.
Yeah. You know, that was a little bit funny the first time. I'm kind of over it now.
Yeah, I'm kind of over them now.
I mean, yeah.
There are some places that are too high to jump up.
In some of these places, you might find a bunch of vines, or even a ladder.
Like this one here.
Anyways, just walk into them to start climbing. Easy, eh?
Just like real
Press the
life.
jump button.
You just walk into a ladder, and up you go.
Magpie. He's from Maroochydore.
Make sure you don't do that when there's somebody already on the ladder. They're probably not going to be very happy about it. I also like how these guys just like keep teleporting away from us.
Yeah.
See that target way up
Yes!
I was gonna hit it before you interrupted me.
Boomerangs like you.
Oh,
You
God.
can throw your rangs with greater accuracy this way.
I think this is the last one.
Go now.
It's gotta be. They basically taught us everything from the first game at this point. I know we complained about it a lot in the first game too, but that's because the first game's tutorial wasn't like amazingly well done.
There's a
Right,
big
but-
drop just ahead.
You know how we taught you to glide across gaps, right? Well, if you ever jump off a cliff, you can reach the bottom safely by gliding.
Thank God.
Go on. Jump off this cliff and give it a go.
Okay, now you sound like enemy spies.
Yeah, just jump off the cliff into this hole. We'll
can-
definitely help you back out. Look, see, we're down here too.
You find useful when you're up against Cass's goons.
What's that?
It's the ability to lock onto a bad guy and always hit him with your rings.
When you see
Always?
a bad guy,
Always.
press the lock-on button. While
Does
you
that
hold
not
the
like
button
negate
down,
the need
you'll
for
always
the
face
one
it
that homes in on people?
When you throw your ring,
Yeah.
it'll head right for him no matter which way you run him.
Have a go on this fella here.
It's definitely not a bomb. At all. Good thing you bought those flamerangs for no reason.
See these rails?
Well, if you jump up on him, you can
Whoa, we're Sonic the Hedgehog now?
Around the place.
Yeah, that's the one
Why
thing
don't
they
you
added.
give it a burl?
A burl? Damn, we're better than Sonic. He can't go up rails unless he's already got speed.
Well done, mate. You've learnt just about every bush rescue trick in the book.
God, it's almost like I wrote that book.
Blower from Lake Barramudgee Refinery. They've got a load of unstable dynamite that needs
Oh,
disposal.
shit.
And
Yeah,
guess
we
what?
kind of do everybody's job.
God. Do you remember that episode of Buzz Lightyear Star Command where Buzz Lightyear, who literally wrote the book on how to be a space ranger, Booster and XR taught him everything he needed to know to go on missions?
Right, and then fucking Star Command called and we're like, hey, you got room on your ship for some dynamite?
It's like, yeah, the bomb disposal guys, they got a bunch of bombs. You want to go, like, dispose of those? Is that not what the bomb disposal people do? Yeah, you want to go, like, dispose of those, or... It's like, I'm not saying no, I won't do it, I'm just wondering... So, yeah, I'll tell them you're on your
They
way.
have it on good authority that a spy is feeding information back to Cass, allowing him to cause trouble around town.
I wonder who it is.
Avoid detection, this bounder is using a disguisatron.
Didn't you invent that, Julius?
Yes, but that evil Cass has started producing cheap imitations in one of the many sweatshops in Cassapolis.
How did he set up Cassopolis so quick?
Right, to the point that it already has fucking notorious sweatshops.
When you arm with the right rank,
Like, there's already racist things we have to say
Good luck, mate.
about his entire country. Yeah. So anyway, that's what you need the Inferank for. Is there's like a just kind of generic, like, around the world, you'll find, like, if you look at, like, we don't have it right now, so I can't show you, but, like, in groups of koala workers, you just need to check them all with the Inferang. Because when you look at them with the Inferang, if there's a frill in disguise, you'll see him. And there's about 100 of them throughout the total of the game.
Jesus
Like, I'm pretty
Christ.
sure one of them is. I'm pretty sure one of them is one of these guys.
I mean, makes sense. Can we not just, like, attack every koala just to see, just in case? I remember that guy.
Yeah, he's like the mayor now, and
Oh,
also our boss because
God.
we're stupid.
We are stupid. We were stupid for ever helping him to begin with.
Yeah.
We should have let him die out in the fucking wilderness. Very chill. Very relaxing when people are going, hey, do all this stuff you already know how to do. Or, hey, Ty, I've got a mission.
Yeah.
Do you think Ty likes being an adventurer? Or do you think Ty just can't say no to people?
I think it's definitely the latter. You saw how awkward he was in front of that crowd. This man can't say no to somebody.
Yeah, That's kind of what I'm getting. Like, the only person... Because, like, we see our friends and we're like, oh, hey, guys. The only person we ever look, like, happy to see is our girlfriend.
Hey,
Right.
you're Dennis's nephew, aren't you?
Why, yes, I am. People call me Clarence.
Well, how could you
What are you
tell?
doing all the way up here by yourself, Clary?
I'm on a
That's not what I
date
said
to
you could
enter
call
the
me.
grounds of gruesome bottom
All of my
manor.
friends call me Clary. Oh, well, then I definitely won't call you that anymore.
Haunted? You don't believe in ghosts, do you?
Of course I do.
Ty, I can see them.
My best friends are ghosts.
There's one right there. Look to your right.
But there's
No,
one
that's
person
fake.
who's really mean and won't let me in.
Tell you what, mate. I'll go and see if I can sort him out for you.
Okay, I know we have the strongest weapon in all of Australia, the boomerang.
Right.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, do boomerangs work on ghosts?
But I said, well, there's specifically, okay, so one of these ghosts is not a real ghost. We need the infrarang to see.
God damn it!
But that's fine. We might already have enough money for it. So, go see if we can get it from my parents.
Ma! There's an evil ghost frill, or whatever.
He's bullying the mayor's kid, Clary.
Can I not just, like, borrow the infrarang and I'll bring it back later?
He's like, are you gonna throw it at anybody?
I mean, yeah. That is what you do. Alright, well, you know the policy.
G'day, Bernie. What you doing?
Nothing.
You miss your mum, don't you?
Sometimes.
It's okay.
I hate
mate.
my
Your
mom.
dad's worried.
She kept
sick
losing
about you.
me.
How about we get you home before it gets too late?
Okay.
She did. How many times did we have to find them in game 1?
There were 2 missions to find her kids. And then there was like 2 other missions to like do something for her kids.
Get rid of Cass's hoons.
Hell yeah, we're so rich.
Hell yeah, bro.
I've never seen this many. I mean, first of all, we should have just gotten like a gigantic payday for saving the world of Australia.
Yeah, where's our key to the city? Why did we just get a job?
Yeah. Yeah, and they made it seem like... Because, like, they make it seem like we, like, own the rescue fucking ranch or whatever it was called.
Like they put our fucking face on the flag. They fucking, you know, like, we're like the MVP. We were there at the, like, ribbon cutting ceremony.
But, like, we're not in charge. Everyone is just telling us what to do.
Yeah.
We're doing whatever the people want. Like you said, the fucking mayor guy, he's basically our boss, which of course he would be, because we're like, we basically just inserted ourselves into the government bureaucracy.
Right. Well, it's like, Shazza and Sly also work there with us.
If you need a hand.
Are they getting called away on random missions? Alright, we're still a little
So
short.
close.
That's fine, let's get out of here. We got other shit to do.
Well, Sly must not be, because he's got time to run his own shop.
Yeah, he just hangs out at home. I don't know. Whatever, we got more places to be. Let's hit the hub world, my man.
Hell yeah, let's get in there. I'm fucking ready to see what amazing levels are in Tai 2.
Hell yeah, bro. Actually, in a lot of ways, they are better than a lot of the worlds in Taiwan. They're just more fun. And we get to drive there!
Ty,
Oh,
need a
thank
ride?
God.
Just press the action button when you want to get in.
Thanks, Shaz.
And before you ask, no, there's no fast travel. We just gotta do this.
Jesus. Man. I can't remember, was it between episodes that you were talking about the load times?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, back in ye olden times, the reason those doors shut and opened was to lock you in so the game could unload and then reload.
A bunch of shit, yeah.
But, like, I imagine that this entire game could probably just be loaded into my PC's RAM. So, like, and even if it wasn't, the hard drive that I have this on is way faster than what a PS2 hard drive would have been, I'm sure.
Right.
Well, they didn't have them. They read it directly from the disc. So even if it wasn't... Even ignoring that part, like, it's got to be faster than reading it off a disc. So load times are basically nothing.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, load times on PS2 games are fucking atrocious.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Like I was saying, just that one in between the bush rescue place and the rest of the town, I would be in there for, like, 45 seconds.
Is it... We're here!
Help!
Oh, God!
You're under
attack from ninja billies.
I don't know that there were southern U.S. people
In Australia.
in Australia. Oh yeah, they're dropping all kinds of opals. The most important thing in the world, saving people. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Opals.
How else we gonna get that fucking infraring?
So we can
help-
do more work.
To help Clarence!
Man.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, lady, I'm trying to save.
My bad. I thought you were a ninja.
Happens to the best of us!
It's a good thing we killed ninjas in a single flamerang, but non-ninjas that are just running around terrified, they can handle it.
Yeah, despite the fact that they're the ones with health bars.
God.
What I wouldn't give
They
for a
look like such a-
multi-ring.
No kidding. They look like such a happy couple, sort of. And their little picture up there.
Yeah. And I say one of them looks pretty happy.
Yeah.
The other one looks like he hasn't been happy since 1965.
Yeah. You know, life used to be really good until they pulled out a Nam. We could have won it. We
were
just
right
needed
there.
to stay a little bit longer.
Dad nabbit. What's the big idea, man? You's just clobbered all our extras.
You couldn't have stepped in beforehand?
I killed like 20 of them, man!
Beryl,
And Squeaver.
we are the big
Squeaver
stars
Goofy?
in Hollywood.
And we're making a movie down under.
Sorry about that.
He's Southern and also Australian Goofy.
Yeah.
Those ninjas are expensive stuntmen. Now we're behind schedule. Get off my...
And don't even get me started on the health insurance I wasn't paying them!
Don't forget, mate. Julius needs you at the Gunna Training
Fuck
Ground.
Julius.
His latest invention.
Oh, I
doesn't-
thought I did that already. I thought that was the training course.
Oh, well, oops.
Whoops, oh, whatever.
Quick, we need to get back to the training ground.
Let's see what else we got. Okay, yeah, we have that, or we the well, we'll do the explosive one. We're like right here. Oh wait, no, that's right. The training ground is over here.
Ah,
Or
yes,
somewhere
of
around here.
course. Oh yeah, notice we can't go over there.
Yeah, no, as you complete more stuff and get further in the game, the roads unblock and you can get around better.
I guess that makes sense, but it's
Yeah,
like
for-
right there. We could jump that barrier and we would just be there.
Yeah. But I say Sheila's
Man.
clearly not afraid to go off road.
I like how she has a passenger seat, and yet we're having to hold on to the fucking back for dear life.
It's because we're the fucking saps that gotta throw explosive boomerangs out. So yeah, so instead of like regular worlds, they're either small spots where a mission happens, or they're kind of like places like this, where it's sort of just like a long hallway. So in some ways the level design is better, in other ways it's not as very good.
Yeah, I would call that a questionable decision. Not
Yeah.
necessarily worse. Probably not better, but I mean, it could be. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be. It depends on your preference. I liked the sort of unique worlds of the other one, whereas this one, a lot of them feel very samey, and a lot of them feel very uninspired.
Right.
But there's so many more positive points in this game that like I feel like you kind of have to forgive it. At the same time, though, that was one of the things they got right in the first game, so maybe you shouldn't forgive it, because why
They already did it right once, but then they turn around and unfixed it.
I don't know. What's your view on things like that in games where, like, you know, one step forward, two steps back in like game design, where like one thing that they did right in the first game got better, but then or got worse, but then they did something better in the sequel. Like what is your line of like that balances out? That was like a good or like a sacrificial thing.
Right. good question. Because, like, so often with games, they make changes that just feel super arbitrary.
Right.
And I'm sure there's a reason why. Like, you don't just change things for no reason. Generally, at least. But at the same time, it's like... It's so easy for anything that they got right in the previous game, if they've done a worse job the second time, to just be like, how could you fuck it up? You already knew what to do.
You had the blueprint laid, like...
And like, I'm sure there's a reason, because it's like, and I don't necessarily think so. I think the quality, at least of the level design, for the most part, is roughly the same. But between Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, lots of people think that the level design was worse in the second game.
Right.
And the reason... most of the reasons why people tend to like it less, there's a logical reason why it's that way, even if you don't prefer it. They were just making things bigger. They're expanding.
Right.
And so just by the virtue of doing more in a bigger area, there's just that much more chance for stuff to, for you to do stuff that doesn't work. It takes longer to get around now because the world is bigger.
Right.
In Banjo-Kazooie, almost everywhere is just the world.
Right.
And then when you go into a different area, the areas are usually super small. Because like in Mad Monster Mansion, there's a whole bunch of like little tiny areas you can enter.
Right.
But they're never bigger than like... Well, not never. They're almost always just a little room that you can see everything in like 10, 15 seconds.
Right.
And when they're bigger than that, they're not usually anything crazy. Hello! How'd you get this out here?
No worries.
Why did you invent it way out here?
Right. I could have done this anywhere, Julian. What are we testing here? The chainsaws? Me?
The frills that you've kidnapped? Like, are they really the bad guys now? What did you tell them? If you kill Ty, I'll let you go. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm still not sure what we're actually testing.
I guess this is supposed to be like a defense system, maybe? And he's like, oh yeah, so I made a bunch of, like, cannons that just, like, hop around shooting shit. See if they kill you.
Yeah, he already had a bunch of frills. So, they could have worked on those guys. And we have boomerangs. We're, like, the perfect counter to these guys.
Right.
The enemies that we normally see are not their counter. They would probably work perfectly well. God damn. He's not the smartest guy I've ever met, despite making really, quote-unquote, scientific stuff.
Oh yeah, and then the mecha ties. This just isn't very smart.
Are they boomerang proof?
No.
Are they fireproof?
No, I think you just gotta hit him a bunch.
Ah, yeah, there we go.
They explode after a while.
Oh yeah, because we can lock on. It negates the difficulty of fighting them.
Yeah, I don't think this is something that existed before. I think this is something they added.
I could see that. Especially if there's very much stuff like that.
Right.
That was kind of like the boss fight we had against Bro.
Yeah, against
Sly. In Taiwan, which fucking sucked.
Something big and scary has been seen around Steel Springs. It's given the locals the heebie-jeebies, and they want...
Not the heebie-jeebies!
We gotta protect them from the heebie-jeebies!
Which we'll do next time on the Show Gaming!